Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene of Living World of Darkness, the Changeling venue. We start the scene off with Terry. Hi, Terry, who is on her way to, and I'm gonna mix this up again. No, it's Queens. Yes, she's on her way to Queens. She heard some gossip, and she's like, you know what? Why not? So she's moving to wherever she can. She probably sent a text to Donna ahead, like, tell me the least likely place that you were to hang out. Question mark?
Assuming you caught her in the morning, like before she went into the freehold where her phone doesn't really exist.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming you caught her before that,
Probably.
she's like, well, and she'd probably write you a super long text giving you a list of places that she intends to go. Things like getting a coffee and whatever else. But in the end, she'll be like, and in about an hour, I should be at the freehold. Why? That's what the text says. It's a very, very long text.
And Terry will send a text back basically saying, because I plan to, I need to make sure that the sharpshooter is in the right place to shoot you.
She'll write back, tell them to make sure they use a really good aim, because I'm very small when I'm not myself.
And Terry will just reply with a thumbs up. But we'll arrive. Probably not an hour. It will probably take like 2 or 3 hours. And she'll arrive at the freehold of Queens, and we'll be asking around. Like, okay, I'm trying to find Donna. Can
So
you put me in the right direction?
this is like the freehold you find yourself in.
Fancy prancy.
It's kind of fancy. The Queens, because of its very militaristic, like it's actually very on Donna, because Donna isn't very militaristic individual, as in like she is short and not that powerful when it comes to combat. But like the Queens is like the place where most combative characters or like the NPCs finds themselves in.
I mean, Donna
And
would totally fit there.
she fits in a weird way, but like after you pass the guard saying like I want to meet with Donna, they point out this guy who's like, hello,
You're not Donna.
I'm not Donna, I know where Donna is.
Cool.
You okay?
Totally fine.
I know the stands.
I would like to meet with Donna. If you know where Donna is, then please bring me to Donna. Jeez.
Stop being a rude person. Let's go.
Terry is opening her mouth, that decides no, it's not worth it. Closes it again and just follows.
The Donna's door is knocked.
Oh, I thought you said it is not, and I was like, it is not what?
Knocked.
Yeah, I get it. I'm like, what? Donna's still pretty careless about this stuff. She'll just be like, come in. She doesn't even know who's there. She has no idea.
This guy who's like the main, one of those boggins who cleans this place, says, Chancellor Squire Donna, you have a visitor. It is Terry Waters from Bronx.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Come on in, Terry.
I'm not from the Bronx, I'm from Hawaii. And Terry will walk in.
Yeah. Unless our favorite servant is going to say anything else.
Yeah, he will fuck off, but like he's gonna tell one of the guards that Terry's from Hawaii, because Hawaii is the place where the pirate changelings lives. Yeah.
Oh, great! Yeah.
Let's start that rumor.
Right?
I'm writing it right now.
Jeez. Well,
it's fine, yeah. Of all the places, I had to say Bermuda. Fuck. Oh well.
Yeah, and so she'll just look up and she'll be like, "Princess." And in the office, just so you know, it looks messy, but like there's not stuff all over the floor. It's just more like papers and stuff strewn all over the desk. There's a couple of perches on the sides, for obviously for birds. And
Mhm.
if you listen, you can hear the sounds of someone eating under the desk. But she's
Um,
basically buried in paperwork and stuff like that.
yeah. Terry, for her part, has her hands in her pockets. If you would look very closely, you can see that they're trembling, even from like looking from outside to the pockets. She looks paler than she usually does. She has dark circles under her eyes, but other than that, she's standing up, she's moving around. Not at the normal Terry pace, but a little slower. It seems a little more sluggish, but And she'll just walk up, says, "Yo, Donna.
Hey, I called you princess. I deserve the same in return.
She will bow.
She just grins.
My
Want coffee?
noblest of princesses. Yes, that. No, 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 no. God, no. I hate coffee. I never drink coffee. Coffee should be banned from this planet.
Yeah, Donna will go over to a coffee pot that, has probably about enough in there for two more cups, and she'll go ahead and pour her cup for her, and she'll be like, cream, sugar, as she points at them on the counter.
And Terry will just take it black. She's
Donna
edgy
doesn't
like
care.
that. No, actually, she
Whatever you
will
want.
not. She's gonna put a load of sugar in it.
Pooka eat weird things. She's not even questioning this because we have to because you can't order properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll kind of realize that you're taking forever on the coffee and just go back to her paperwork briefly. She like picks up a pen and she's like taking notes on some book that's in front of her.
Yeah, and Terry will, after probably like 6 or 7 spoons of sugar and start stirring, and she'll walk over. If there's a chair that's
Mhm.
like available, she'll just sit down. Uh, the first action is actually to put her feet on the desk, and then she stops and lowers them again before they actually touch the desk.
Just because it's covered in stuff. She wouldn't have said anything if it wasn't covered in important things.
I mean, to be fair, Terry wouldn't mind putting it on stuff, but yeah, So I heard a rumor that you were looking for people, and I thought we could talk about it if you like.
Oh, so you're doing me a favor, huh?
Well, like I don't mind helping out. That's fine, and I'm not doing you any favors. I figure me coming along would not be a favor to you, but you know, I was thinking if you could use someone who has a creative way of looking at things, then maybe I don't know. I don't really think you would see it as a favor, so it's fine if you say no. Like, don't get me wrong. But I was just kind of wondering more, like, what actually it is that you're going after, how it works. Just the stuff, because just the fact that you need someone for something dangerous is going to be like,
It might be dangerous. It might not be dangerous. That's the problem.
I mean, that's not enough detail for me to be like, yeah, sure, I'll help you out.
Hey, you already offered. It's not my fault that you did it before when you knew all the facts.
I have not offered yet.
That's funny. I feel certain that I heard you say that.
I said I might. I didn't say I will.
Well, either way, I can tell you a story. I'm very good at stories, Just as good as an issue, I swear.
I'm sure the issues are all jealous of you.
They should be. I am the strongest and best and best storyteller too, so they should be. But anyway, Um, have you been in No Cathane Land?
Absolutely, go there every day.
It's a great vacation spot, right?
Right. No, I totally go there so that I can like betray all of you.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. Very reassuring, especially from you.
Yeah, I figured.
The deal is, Chimera attack us there. They do it on site without any provocation or reason. And the reason for that, as I found out, is that there is a much bigger chimera, who thinks of himself as a god of some sort of tree god or something. Cenarius is his name. I've actually met the guy. It was very strange. Um, he, as based on some other research I've done, I have reason to believe that he's completely and utterly not their creation of somebody who was dreaming. That never happens, right?
What?
Chimera, they come from somewhere, right?
I guess.
And since everything's kind of based on dreams, it totally couldn't be that, right?
Yeah.
I was researching it, and I'm about 323% sure that he is the manifestation of somebody who's dreaming. And I think they must still be dreaming for, I don't know, the last 3 or 4 years that he's been in existence that we know of. So I think it's either a coma patient or some sort of fairy tale sleeping thing. Could go either way with us. What I'm trying to do is find the dreamer and wake him up.
Check.
Because if I can
And
wake up the dreamer, then that should either weaken or get rid of Cenarius, which would then should resolve the chimera problem and at least make it easier.
huh.
And then
Oh,
if we can
okay.
handle the chimera problem, then we can possibly get rid of the Thalane.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Um, so you're basically creating a party, I take it.
Well, as much as I totally
Like,
wanted to go by myself, my boss thinks
yeah, no, I get that.
yeah, I mean, my boss thinks I should take people with me.
Idiot boss. It's always the same with bosses, really. They don't seem to listen to us when we want to do stuff on our own.
I feel for you. And she just kind of looks at Terry.
I mean, Terry was half sarcastic, half Pooka, half truthful, you know?
Donna knows. She knows. She's like, I feel for you. Because Donna's in the same situation she is, like, only worse. Donna has very specific bosses now. Um,
Yeah. So what kind of people, like what kind of qualities are you looking for in like people? Are you looking for specifics? Are you looking
well,
for not specifics? Right.
well, considering I don't know the situation that we'll be finding ourselves in, it's very difficult to have a specific type. But, if I was going to choose, I would choose blonde, effervescent, pouty lips. I think that's very important.
I mean, you're just describing yourself again. That's kind of egocentric. Unless you can clone yourself, that would might make it easier.
How mundane.
I
Why
mean,
don't,
would it
I mean,
be?
why
You
not?
can clone yourself, then make 100 makeovers of yourself in different outfits with different hairstyles, colors. I mean, you can go all out with it.
You really could, but I'm not sure that's me. Do you really think the world needs more of me?
I mean, I've learned in this pastime that although I am quite sure that everybody should listen to what I have to say, a lot of people actually don't.
Well, let's put it this way. What do you think you can offer?
Nothing. I would just tag along for like the ride and then do nothing and just watch the fires as they burn. But I mean, I can at least try and heal unless you get pumped full of shit that won't allow me to heal you. Uh, and I'm pretty good with bouncing people around.
Are you good at
So,
being quiet?
uh, I am one of the sneakiest people around. But I guess I can get away with being a little quiet, yeah.
Because that might be something that we need. I'm not really sure. I totally haven't done a little bit of research and discovered that there is a likely possibility of a place where they tend to send in coma patients.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example of me being quiet. I've been able to investigate the same house as some of the Flame of Falcon were investigating at the same time, and they didn't know I was there. That's how
That
quiet I can be.
she nods. She gets what you're trying to say. Well, there is something you do need to understand about this mission before you decide here.
Okay.
It's my mission. I've been working on this and researching and trying to set things in place for like 3 days. And I'm in charge. So would you be able to like listen to me?
Have I ever not been?
She opens her mouth and then closes it.
I mean,
Like
to be fair, I don't think Terry ever ignored exactly what Donna was saying when she was saying it.
yeah.
Except maybe when she kidnapped Jarek. But Terry shrugs, says, "So, I'm
Can you
not the best at following commands.
I'm not going to be commanding. I just need people to realize that I'm the one who knows the most.
I am fine with bowing down to your superior knowledge because I'm basically bowing down to everyone's superior knowledge.
Yeah, you're very good at bowing.
I've just shown you."
Indeed, because I'm a princess too.
hmm I want to make you an offer on this. I don't have necessarily particular reason to go with you, and in fact, given my current situation, it might be not the wisest of moves. But I'm curious. I've never been to no Cathane land, and I've always been curious about being there. So I'll come along. I'll listen exactly to what you're saying. I will not be disobeying you or going away without talking to you. I will every plan that I have I will speak my mind about in a as nice as possible way. In return, I'm probably gonna head over to your uncle soon.
Uncle Henry or Uncle James?
Whichever fucker runs Brooklyn.
Got it. Okay.
Um I'm gonna ask him for a favor, and I could use your support if need be. It might not even be necessary. Pretty sure it's not because I'm awesome, but if necessary, I wouldn't mind you being like, hey, this Terry is cool, at least for what she's planning.
I would need to know more first before I can support something.
I mean, it's totally, absolutely super secret and classified. But
Oh, good. Tell me.
I wanna take over the commoners, the common ground. Want to make sure that it it will stay an honor to those who, well, I don't need to tell you. You understand.
Yeah, her eyes kind of, sort of flit to the side as you start to say something because she doesn't like. Yeah, I mean, she's not even supposed to be back at work yet. You know what I mean from that whole thing. Like
Hmm.
she was told she had 2 weeks off, and she took like 2 days off and was like, I can't just sit here and do nothing. So she was like, I'm coming back, and the Baron's like, okay. So yeah, like it's super recent. That whole thing is just. I'm imagining probably still plays out in her head before she goes to sleep every night. Um. Well, at the very least, I'm pretty sure you have good skills in, running a bar into the ground, right? So it's legit, I think.
Cool. So if you would quote unquote support me on this, then I'll support you on your tree thing.
As long as there's no other tricks to it.
I'm
No,
willing
I
to
would
make
never
a
do that.
contract simply on those deals if you feel
Contract,
like a
huh?
contract is needed.
I'm okay if we give our word on this. As she kind of looks at you, like kind of considering. You can sort of see where she's sort of thinking as she says that.
Terry will shrug. Whatever you want.
Donna will stand up because she's very small behind the desk, and she's probably nowhere near your height at that point. And she'll stand up and offer her hand out to shake.
Terry will shake.
Okay. I don't know what good my support will do. He definitely makes his own decisions, but
I know
at the very least he would. I imagine at least hear what I have to say.
that, and like I said, maybe I won't even need it. I feel like
Yes,
you're
you
getting
have
more.
the best reputation.
I don't think my reputation as a bartender has any complaints so far.
Oh, it does. You just haven't looked at your Yelp yet.
My bar doesn't have a Yelp. I've blocked that because I'm a super awesome hacker.
Well, if you are, then I have a job for you. No, seriously, I could actually use some help. But a hacker, that would be good.
I can ask. I mean, I totally know tons of them, but I can ask around. I do have some contacts.
Someone that if I pay him, he's trustworthy.
I will totally not look into that.
Awesome. Because I need information. There's more information. If I could get a list of the patients, that would be swell. I could maybe
Oh,
figure out who it would be in the place if they're there.
I won't see what I can do.
Sweet. Well, I
Cool.
appreciate that. Anything to make our job easier, since we may have to walk into a really, really depressing coma patient medical facility.
I mean, can it be more depressing than some of the places we've been already? Jesus fucking Christ!
Hey,
Shoebox!
what? It's my office. I'm important. Remember, people need to see me. And she'll be like, "Come in the most informal way possible."
Terry has definitely jumped from her chair, which hurts. So she's kind of standing there holding the back of the chair, just for support.
This she enters to the room.
Mm,
He looks at Terry and
yeah, yeah, I'll go.
hides his like this. And I'm not gonna say distaste, but like
Disdain.
disapproval. But he kind of like when Terry says like, "Yeah, I'll go." That's now my place to say you can go or not.
That's funny. You rank me. Hello, Sir Xavier.
That's not funny. You're the chancellor now,
Yes, but I'm a squire.
Still kind
and
of.
this is your room. Learn your shit. But whatever. Squire Donna and Chancellor, I need your help.
Tell me more.
The He kind of looks at Terry and then actually says it anyway. There's some individuals who I need to investigate for association with the Thieves Guild. Here,
You said for what? For what?
Thieves,
Thieves Guild.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
the order has been trying to maintain order, and he kind of gives a list of names to Donna. These people will be arrested and questioned. Arrested as in they will taken to the custody and questioned.
And if innocent will be released?
Yes. Does Donna looks at the names?
Oh, she does, but she asks the question first.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, of course she's going to look at the names. She's going to
All of
glance over at, huh?
all of them are unseelie.
Let's
Like,
see. Of course, of course.
Well,
like
I'm sure you wouldn't object to us have. I mean, these are all people within Queens, right?
yes,
Okay. She'll just be like, I'm sure you wouldn't object to having representation from the barony there with you when it happens, and when they're questioned, just to make
I
sure
am.
everything.
I am a representative of disparity. He actually did cut you off. So, like, by the way, like, that is like a rude thing to do, even to a squire, and like, you're a chancellor.
She just kind of stands there and she like raises an eyebrow to him. Like she's never been rude to him. You know what I mean?
I mean, Terry will totally be rude. He will just sort of mumble, and just no, it was your office, and you decided here. She will mumble it.
And she'll just kind of yeah, she's not going to say anything to what Terry said at this point. She's just going to look at him and she'll just be like, well, I will be happy to show the Baron this list, and so that he knows what's going on. But I'm not entirely certain that you would be exactly their choice of representation. So I would rather arrange something a little bit, just someone else being along.
They wish to bring their lawyers is fine, but nobody gets to choose their judge.
No, not their judge. Nobody chooses who the judge is, but a lawyer definitely.
Yeah, they can get their lawyers and someone who gets trusted. I don't care, but they need this Thieves Guild problem needs to end. Especially in
She
Queens,
nods.
they seem a strong presence.
Is this something that Donna's heard about in Queens? Because she's lived here forever.
No, like the Thieves Guild is seen as like um, a myth that Flaming Falcon says exists.
That's funny. I've lived here for like, I don't know, a week, and I've never heard a single word about the Thieves Guild being here. Are they that good at keeping secrets?
Probably better than. He was about to say some shit, but he stops himself.
But Dear Donna, you mustn't forget the Order of the Flaming Falcon is truly remarkable and has eyes and ears in places that no one would ever even want to have eyes and ears in.
Roll me your manipulation subterfuge, and like to make
Yeah.
sure that he doesn't get that you're mocking him.
I was trying to make it at least sound like she's trying to not make it.
Well, the actual funny part of that is that you're saying that to an Ilunid.
I mean, Terry was referring to something else, like.
Oh, totally. But like Ilunids have their fingers at every pie.
Whoa! That was a rather good roll, I have to say. That is 5 successes.
How does Donna feel about what she said? But what's her response, at least?
Well, the thing is, Terry is rather out of the box, shall we say? And so she's not really like hurt or bothered or shocked by that. But she is. So what she's going to do is she's just going to be like, "Hey Terry, why don't you can you give us a few minutes? Um, I need to speak with Sir Xavier."
Oh la la, Terry will say, and she'll, you know, she'll wink at Xavier, like, uh huh,
The
and
Zimmer
she'll,
actually
she'll
closes
run.
you away.
I mean, she literally runs out of the door after that because.
Yeah, like he was like about to stop you, but like you run, and he doesn't follow, and he immediately turns to Donna and he says, "You let this monkey talk to me like that?"
There's a reason I sent her away. I will
I
talk to her later.
I don't understand how you talk with the common folk, but I don't let common folk mock me like that.
Well, I will discuss this with her so she can not do it again. At least, yeah. And
It's fine. You're not my squire. I can handle my own business.
oh, that's fine. But she did it in my office, didn't she? I mean, I think it's my office. As she looks around,
It seems like your office. My office would never be like this.
and that's the difference between the two of us. I'm willing to speak with the commoners in a normal way.
These people will be arrested soon. I will arrest them, and you can talk with the Baron Alexander. If you have any more that you wish to add, let me know.
Yes, sir. I will let him know, and I'll see what can be dealt with regarding in terms of lawyers and such.
I think your as he like kind of like halfly turning away, and he says, "I think your dame is a lawyer. She's known to defend degenerates and thieves."
And you, sir, should be more polite to me in my office. Don't talk about my dame like that again, sir.
Takes a deep breath and he leaves the office. And he's looking for Terry like after the he's like even like he opens the door, gets to step out, like he's looking for Terry.
You know
I
Donna's
mean,
gonna defend Dame Maven. You know that, right?
But yeah, you have a loyalty to her, yeah. Oh,
I don't think Terry is that far because, in all honesty, running, wow, yeah, that's a challenge right now still. So,
mhm.
you can probably catch up with her.
He's not like gonna run after her. Is she still running or like
No,
staying
no,
at a place?
no, no. She's like, getting her body back under control after that sudden run.
Hmm. You see the autumn. She actually comes near you very slowly.
She'll just sigh and stand up straight again.
You know I owe you for my brother, but that does not mean I will let you talk to me the way you talk to me.
You don't owe me anything, sir.
That's not for you to decide.
It's for you to pick your poison, not me.
You're warned. The next time you talk to me like that will be the last time you talk to me like that.
Of course not, sir.
I really wonder what this Jarek finds in you, as he says that like out loud, but not, like in a way that like Terry can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a deep breath, shakes his head.
Terry's biting her lip, not to say back. Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing.
Like, but to be honest, like, I'm gonna say this: he's being a like extreme dick, and like
Mm-hmm.
like his actions would be considered extremely rude from many nobles, and you know this. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, like Terry already said to Jarek, she really likes to tease certain people from the Flaming Falcon.
mhm. So he turns and leaves if Terry isn't gonna say anything that is gonna make him turn
Nope,
back.
nope. Unless you want me to make a
No, no,
willpower
no,
roll to keep my mouth shut.
no. Like, but what you see is like while he is going away, he sees a guard who's like smoking, and he says like he takes a smoke and throws it to the ground. He says, "No smoking while you're guarding."
Asshole. She's not shouting that. She's just saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Guys. Okay, you guys continue. I'm sorry for bringing dumb shit.
Oh no, it's fine.
I mean, to be fair, unless Donna would call Terry back in, Terry kind of considers the conversation done.
Well, that she was actually going to walk out to you anyways and be like,
Okay.
yeah, and she'll just be like, 1 minute before you go.
Wake me up before you go. Yeah.
And she's going to kind of gesture back towards the office because it's a place that she could close the door, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, sure, Terry will follow.
and she'll be like, look, I don't like him either, but he's a necessity right now.
I mean, people with that attitude are never a necessity. They're an annoyance.
Except when they're in the Flaming Falcon and they are part of this. They're assigned to this barony. Unless we can get rid of him, then we'll just be assigned another one.
Terry will not say working on it, but she's secretly thinking it.
Whatever
does
you do that
say,
Donna doesn't know about is fine.
she does say, don't they make you feel uneasy?
She'll be like, not all of them, but yes, some of them do.
Hmm.
However, I've learned something. The best way to get away with things is to not say things in front of their faces. You just stay polite with them, and then do whatever you want.
I mean,
I'm
I don't
suggesting
like to
that method to
compromise
you.
myself, but I understand your suggestion.
It's
I'll see you
Terry.
around, Donna.
No, just one more thing. Just think about this, okay? You and I share something in common, and
Our
it isn't,
lovely hair.
and our lovely hair and a love of cheesecake. However, besides that, there is a certain affinity with words.
Oh, you
There's no,
always like to break out and sing.
you got me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a bird. Of course, I like to sing.
Mm.
But no, I think my point is just you and I know that the truth is very malleable, right?
Donna, I
So
really
why
get what
not?
you're
Why
trying
not
to
play the
say.
words? You can do it. I'm just saying you can do this. It doesn't. It won't even matter.
I really get what you're trying to say. Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard that several times by now.
Okay. At least when you're around here, I'm just gonna ask that you do it with him. At least while you're around here, please. You'll make my life easier.
Luckily, I'm not often around then.
Strangely, yes, that is actually lucky.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry, I'm used to that by now. Anyway, I have to head to Brooklyn, so talk to you later.
She nods, um, and kind of waves to her, and then will kind of head back to her desk to rebury herself in whatever it was she was doing.
And yeah, Terry will walk out. We'll go over to the poor guard who just got his smoke, like, killed. And we'll just hand him a new cigarette, and then we'll walk off.
The guard will be like, thanks.
No problem. And yeah, I think with that we can end the scene.
Yes.
Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, ST, for jumping in. And we'll see you again on Living World of Darkness Changeling venue. Bye.